Hello everyone, Zendero Gaming coming at y'all with another video, and we are on to some more Union Arena content. Y'all know I love Union Arena, and they are always putting out product like crazy. We are on our 11th set in the trading card game. We have multiple sets that have their volume 2 out now, and in this upcoming weekend you should have your pre-releases at your local game stores for the pre-release of either Rurouni Kenshin or to do like your release event style for Hunter x Hunter volume 2. I am going to cover Hunter x Hunter as well, but I am starting off with Kenshin since it is the new set and the new IP into the game, and I wanted to give this set a lot more coverage than the Hunter x Hunter, just because there'll be more content since this is a full-blown, you know, first set for this IP. And if you don't know, Kenshin is really good. This IP really is one of the few newer ones that's going to show you power creep in the game. Every deck from this set is really strong. Now, obviously, Kenshin being the main character he is in the show, you know, gotta be, you know, named after him. He is a super strong deck. Not that the other decks aren't also strong, but in Japan we have seen this Kenshin deck be, you know, tier 1 for them, and they have a lot more crazy stuff than us. So over here we are getting a nerfed version of the deck. We are not getting the Ahiko, the young man from the show. There are a slew of cards in the card game that are new power creep cards coming out. They're all 2 drops, and they say that if you don't have another character out, you can play them as if they were 0 cost. And I think that this is a good way to put the game in a better state, to not have as many games as not being able to play the game. No one likes playing the game and not getting any zeros, and those cards help us to be able to do that. Now, the other colors in this set will still keep that card, but the Kenshin, the red set, will not have that particular card, just to help slow the deck down a little bit. And I think that will put it in a little bit better of the spot, because no other color in the card game outside of these Kenshin decks, no other deck has that particular engine in them. So it'll help slow Kenshin down, give the other decks from the set some power up by having that card, and no other, you know, IP having those kind of cards yet, and I think that you'll have a lot of fun. But with all that premise out of the way, let's get into it. You guys know I am at the official Union Arena trading card game site. Now, I am going to go just through what they have on here and be on the lookout for all the deck profiles I'll be making after this video. I'm going to probably try to get them up today. But on here, enjoy recreating moments from Rurouni Kenshin. Now, just to be very specific and a little bit more premise, this set is based off of the remake of Rurouni Kenshin. So the art style, the story, the characters are a little bit different, but not really. But the art style especially, this is from the new remake of Rurouni Kenshin. Just to be very clear, not the old one, right? So some of the wording will be a little bit different. And I think even in the thumbnail I'm putting, do you know who Badosai the Manslayer is? Because that is such a cool line in the OG that is changed a little bit in here. But level up the fun of Union Arena. This is just going over the rarities. I like they're giving a little bit more information for people who are maybe getting into the game. Card lineup includes full cards with Japanese voice actors' signature from Rurouni Kenshin, which is really cool. We do have a 3-star, which is going to be the Somo Saito voice of Kenshin, having the signature for the 3-star lineup. And then a lot of 2-star lineups of the Kenshin voice actor getting a 2-star as well, but the 3-star being the Kenshin. A lot of 2-stars here with, you know, Kenshin, Miss Kaoru, Little Yahiko, Sanosuke, Aoshi, Hajime, Saito, Makito, and Sojiro Seta. Those are the arts right here. We'll go through them, and they look so good with this oriental style in the art, the gold coloring. Union Arena just keeps upping their game. Every set, I feel like at our local game store, we're always talking about how good the arts are, and this set really does a great job too. This is, of course, going to be your 3-star here, obviously being one of the more stunning cards that you can get. The Kenshin looking amazing. We see the Miss Kaoru here. Beautiful blue, pink, light colors. I love this card. This is probably my favorite, to be honest. I love Miss Kaoru. She's the heart of the show for sure. Yahiko, really cool art. This is the 2-star, what it looks like here. Really cool. Very cool green color scheme, since that is his palette. And they're doing a good job keeping the characters' color schemes in these art. I like when they do that, and it's not anything too crazy. Oh, Sanosuke looking like a straight boss. His art looks really cool too. A little different, I think, than the last two, with a little bit less on his coloring, a little bit more whited out. He is obviously a little bit more white in his color scheme, but really, really cool. Also a very cool card. Not going to go over the effects of these cards too much because I will be doing deck profile videos of every color in this set and most of the decks that you can build. But just so you know, Sanosuke and Yahiko are kind of in a deck together, and then Miss Kaoru and Kenshin are in a deck together. But obviously being the same color, you can mix these characters however you feel like. We have Oshi Shinomori. He is so cool. I think that this is going to be a lot of people's favorite character from the show. People love Aoshi. Now, he's not like, I think, a very likable character in the show, but he's just so cool, like edgelord. Really awesome guy, and his art looks really, really sick. I love the seriousness that they conveyed on the character here. I really love Rurouni Kenshin, y'all, and it's one of my most hyped up sets for Union Arena, along with Code Geass, Hunter x Hunter. This is a very big weekend for me, getting both Hunter x Hunter Volume 2 and Kenshin out, two of my favorite sets. I'm super excited. But Aoshi Shinomori 2-art looking really, 2-star looking pretty cool. Hajime Saito looking cool. I like that they went with this style over the you know, police outfit. This is, you know, him back in his day when he was you know, previously different character. It'd be interesting to see, like, I like that they chose this more oriental style art instead of his like more industrial looking you know, cop art, and really cool that he is purple. Really interesting to see what these different colors doing. I am so excited to build every single one of these decks. And we got the big bad himself, Makoto Shishio, looking so cool. Obviously got to be purple since it is the bad guy colors, and I think it's really cool, you know, Aoshi getting his own color in blue, and then, you know, Hajime Saito. I thought that the Aoshi would have been, you know, purple and then maybe Saito be blue, but Saito obviously threading that line of a good or bad character, where I think as Aoshi Shinomori, if you haven't watched it, he's definitely, like, you know, bad. But Makoto Shishio looking really, really cool. I love the gold coloring on him, showing like what he values. Money, power, all those things. The art style is so perfect this, and then a lot of people's favorite Cloud Boy, Sojiro Seto, sorry. This art, oh, man, this one and the Kaoru are probably two of my favorites, but all these are really, really good, very beautiful cards, and they do an amazing job in the card game. Just with all of these different things. You can get one of the 6 box toppers. These are all going to be 0 drops in each of their respective decks. And then you get, you know, Seijiro Hiko. This is obviously Kenshin's master, just being one of your, when played, he teaches Kenshin. So obviously one of your Kenshin gets 1000 BP. We have the Aoshi Shinomori, being the younger version of him to draw one, trash one. We've seen those before. Hajime Saito, just a get trigger 0 drop. Sojiro Seta, add trigger. Sanosuke Sagura, so a little bit of a change up here with this being a 1 drop and not a 0 drop. So really interesting. And then them giving us the box topper for a 0 drop Kenshin. Now there are multiple Kenshins in this set that are 0 drops red, which is what helps make the deck so consistent. So cool to see that they went with these two as the other box toppers. Now you can see here, this is just the box art for this particular box. I gotta save this. I should be doing this in the middle of the video, but there we go. I need this art. September 26th is the release date, so like I said, this will be your pre-release release event weekend, being the 19th through the 2nd. So just a couple days and you should be able to get a hold of your card. Obviously the MSRP being $5 for the packs. Really, really excited for this. I love Rurouni Kenshin so much. Trying to make this a little bit of a quicker video, so trying to get through it. Now this set is coming with a starter deck, so it's getting a starter deck with it because it is the full set. The Hunter x Hunter set will not get a starter deck because it is a volume 2, but this is just giving you the best deck in the game, one of the best decks, being you know, your super rares being this Miss Kaoru, which is really, really good, double energy generator for the deck, and then a raid Kenshin that is really, really strong. So if you're not familiar about the show, Kenshin has a vow to not kill anyone, and he runs a reverse blade sword for his sword. So he has a vow to not kill anybody. So in the game, Kenshin, most of the characters outside of one of the cards all say this: your opponent's characters that lose to this character in battle move to their energy line instead of being sidelined. So they are still losing a battle, and the way that works with impact, I'll read it here: when this character attacks and wins a battle, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So you don't actually have to kill or destroy the characters. To get impact, you just have to win that battle. So if anything says it doesn't, you know, if in future cases they make cards that say this doesn't die in a battle, well, you can still win a battle and not have to kill someone, and Kenshin shows you that throughout the show, which is why he is so enduring to a lot of people. So you are kind of messing with your opponent's energy line, which is so crucial in this game. You're going to be swinging in, you're not sidelining their characters, but you are making them have to take those characters, move them to their backline, and if their backline's full, now they have to make a hard decision to switch that character off with something else that will go to removal. And now this one is really, really strong because it has the impact. I do think this Kenshin is a little more important because you're going to be swinging in, get the impact, make them have to move something back, and then he also says when played, choose it one character in your opponent's front line and move it to their energy line, so which is really good because say they have 4 people in their front line, you move that character down, now they have 4 people in their back line because they had 3, now you get to swing with this Kenshin, they're gonna have to block it. If they don't want to take it, they're probably not going to block it, but regardless if they do have to try to block it, they will have to go to their sideline or their energy line, and now they'll have to sideline something and put it into removal. This card is really, really good. You have other shenanigans and mess. This is like a really very aggressive Toto version. Like Toto messes with your energy line in JJK. This deck is a little reminiscent of that. Not as high as the BP or damage impact, but you control your opponent's board by making them have to switch things to the energy line. And the Miss Kaoru just being your double energy generator, and when played, if she's in your energy line, you may place one card from your hand to your sideline to switch her to active. And she just says at the end of your attack phase, if none of your opponent's characters are sidelined this turn, you may switch this active character to resting. If you do, draw a card. You can only activate this Kaoru ability 1 time each turn. Now, you cannot stack this card. I know a lot of people are very confused about that, but since it does say that this Kaoru Kamiya ability 1 time each turn and not just this card, it counts for all of your Miss Kaorus. So once you use one of them, you can't use multiple different ones, but she is really consistent. The deck draws a lot of cards, draws and trashes a lot of cards, it fixes its hand, it gets value back, and you don't really care about killing their characters because you're going to mess up their game plan. Now, this is a starter deck, so it does come with these promo packs. You no longer get those chances at those special rares. I'm curious why they made that decision. I feel like half of the community is happy about that, but less happy on the other end. I am happier with these promo packs getting some cool arts for the cards. So now the hardest thing about this is you're gonna need this Aoshi Shinomori for his deck, and you can only get it as his promo art. Cool for the raid, nullify impact. This card looks amazing. All these arts look so cool, and it's a very different art design than what we saw for like the 2 stars and stuff, so I kind of like that a lot, getting a little bit different art. I like when they mix it up and all the arts aren't just upgraded versions of the same art. We have Seijiro Hiko being that 3 energy 1 action point 4000 BP boss. If you know him in the show, he is so strong. He's such a good master for Kenshin, and he really is just such a great character. He's really, really good. We got the Mokoto Shishio. He is, I love this art too. He's so menacing in the show. Definitely more so in the first version of the show. I feel like in the new remake, he doesn't seem as menacing for some reason, but really good card here. A 2-drop that it's 4000 BP. That is so good. Really cool aggro deck you'll get to play with him. And then the Hajime Saito. Just a 4-drop, 4000. When attack, you may draw a card. If you do, this character will remain set the rest of the next time if it would be switched to active. So you just swing in, you don't get to block, but that fits with his style, with his technique. I forget what it's called. I think it's actually his final or his special card in there, but his technique is thrusting straight through, so it doesn't leave him a lot of room for the defensive. But that is what they want you to see here. Here is the art for the starter decks. I will save this in the video because I use these arts. But just MSRP $12. You can find them at your local game stores between like 10 and 15 bucks. Usually some of them go up to like $16, but you know, these are always usually pretty cheap to get. But you are gonna need, you know, 2 of these. Don't be confused, they haven't switched that up for us yet because you only get 2 copies of your super rares. But I am super excited for Rurouni Kenshin. I can't tell you guys how much I loved watching Kenshin on Toonami late at night. When I was younger, I used to love watching it. Batosai the Manslayer. If you haven't seen the movie as well, Samurai X, you should definitely watch that too to give you some backstory. And go watch the show, it's really, really good. But I'm going to do some deck profile videos for this set and for Hunter x Hunter, so be on the lookout for the channel. I try to only upload 1 video a day, but I want to get as much of this content out so I'm prepared for the weekend, so y'all get ready for a lot of videos on the channel. I appreciate y'all hanging with me today. Look out on the channel for future content. Don't forget to leave the video a like and subscribe to the channel, y'all. I appreciate it. Peace.